Hi, everybody. Dr. Hart here. And I wanted to say a little bit about some upcoming assignments to give you some tips so that that increases the chances that you're going to do better. This is all based on actually teaching this course, wow, almost 10 years in various forms. And also to get at this whole issue of how practical is this? How practical are some of the things that you're going to be doing in this course? So first of all, sort of a reminder, I mentioned this in my previous video about theory and how important and practical a good theory is in helping us to save time and helping us to have a better training experience for our audience that we're creating this training for. This is going to become even at least as important, if more important, in the later assignments, because you're going to actually have to create a training module that's based on a sound training theory. And I am going to be looking for that. So I just want to remind you that you should be going back, looking at some of those theories that we wrote about in Unit 3, Kolb's experiential learning theory, or Mager, or Rogers, or if you have another theory that you'd like to bring in that you think is as good or better, please feel free to do that. And let's take a look at it. And if you have some resources that will describe what that theory is, that's great. I'll take a look at it and give you my opinion about whether I think it's a sound enough theory. Okay? So, once again, importance of theory is going to play a role in some of the forthcoming assignments. Second thing is that you're going to be creating a full training module that should last only about 90 minutes. Now, some people, when they start creating the final product for this course, they start to think in terms of perhaps several days of training. And you don't have time to create that. I don't have time to look at it. I'm looking at a representative 90 minutes of your created design and instruction. So just please keep that in mind, okay? But it needs to be a complete module. And this is the only course, I think, in our whole program of training and performance improvement where you actually have to do that. You have to create an actual training module, and just a reminder, you have to actually carry it out. If you'll take a look at the description of the final project in the syllabus section, you'll see that you're actually supposed to carry this training out. So that's another thing that you need to be thinking about and planning for, is where am I going to get a group of people who can go through this training? And it does not have to be a large group of people. So please, don't think that this has to be 20, 30 people or whatever. If you can get 2 or 3 people who are cooperative and can give you some good feedback, that's going to be perfectly fine, okay? But here in this class, you're really going to have to create that full 90-minute training module, roughly 90 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes, somewhere around there. And then one final thing that I notice that catches people up a little bit is when you actually start to write the agenda, which is the presenter's notes that the presenter is going to need to present their stand-up instruction part of the program. You should be writing this agenda, these presenter notes, with another trainer in mind. The whole idea is that you're creating a training module that could be done by other people. You're not necessarily just going to be the trainer. And this is a very realistic situation in business training situations. I had to create similar kinds of training agendas for a number of organizations that I worked with over my career as a trainer. The whole idea was that these training sessions may be done many, many times. They may be done all over the world. They may be done over a long period of time. And it's very possible, in large organizations anyway, that you're not going to be the only person that's going to be doing this. Okay? So the idea is to write these instructions in the agenda and the presenter's notes so that these instructions are so good, they're so detailed, they're so helpful, that a relatively novice, that is a relatively inexperienced trainer, could actually carry out this training. Okay? So as I said, that often catches people up a little bit towards the end because they think, well, I'll just put some notes down and I know what it means, and so I don't have to worry about being very clear about it because it's just a prompt for me. Well, that's not going to be the case. You're going to be designing this training so that other people could do the training as well. Okay? So I hope those tips are going to be helpful to you. And as always, if you have any questions, you can post them in the Ask Your Instructor discussion, or you can send me a message in the course. That'll be perfectly fine. I'll be looking forward to seeing the rest of your work for the remainder of this course. Bye now.